Shabuisang, Kakuyong, Wakuiba, distinguished guests, a very warm welcome to all of you this morning. I would like to begin by welcoming our guest of honor, Mr. Phan Duc Huy, a permanent member of Vietnam National Assembly Economic Committee. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for coming here. I would also like to acknowledge our PIDG owner representatives with us today, Ms. Anna Gibson, climate counselor with the British Embassy in Hanoi. Thank you, Anna. And valued colleagues from the Australian Consulate General, Austrade, and Agency of Australian Government, and Business Sweden. We are grateful for your presence and for the support that your governments provide through PIDG. Thank you once again to all our owners. Thank you. We at GuarantCo and PIDG would also like to extend our sincere thanks to our co-hosts and partners for the event today, VIS Rating, an affiliate on Moody's itself. So Mr. Min, Simon, Hung, thank you very much. Mr. Min, specifically you have been steadfast in your support for this event. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Mood, and how can I forget my friend Ray from Moody's, otherwise he'll feel really upset because I failed to acknowledge him a lot of times, right? This partnership, I would say, with VIS Rating and Moody's has been essential in creating a forum that brings together issuers, investors, regulators, and market builders to take stock of what has been achieved in Vietnam and, importantly, what comes next. For those not yet familiar with GuarantCo, we are part of the Guarantees solution from Private Infrastructure Development Group, or PIDG, as we love to call ourselves. PIDG provides a range of solutions. We are arguably the only entity which is present across the capital structure in project life cycle, comprising of the direct lending arm of EAIF, Emerging Africa and Asia Infrastructure Fund, the guarantee solution that is ourselves, then InfraCo, which is the project development arm, and last but not the least, technical assistance facility, or PIDG-TA, which provides concessional capital, catalytic capital, viability gap funding, and various forms of technical assistance grants. As part of PIDG, GuarantCo's role is to mobilize local currency investment for infrastructure projects and support the development of financial markets across Africa and Asia. Since 2005, when GuarantCo was set up, we have enabled more than USD 7 billion investment in private sector and provided access to almost 250,000 jobs and access to clean infrastructure to more than 45 million people across Africa and Asia. We are very proud to be funded by the governments of the United Kingdom, Switzerland, Australia, Sweden, the Netherlands, and Global Affairs Canada. Their commitment allows us to make investments that unlock markets and catalyze private capital at scale. Now, why are we here today? I mean, for some of you, it may be a way to get out of office and spend some time in the morning. But I would say the event for the day is quite relevant for development of local capital market in Vietnam and specifically crowding in the institutional capital. So Vietnam has made remarkable strides in developing its capital markets, particularly in laying the foundations for sustainable infrastructure finance. Yet we all know that the financing gap remains large. The Global Infrastructure Outlook estimates that Vietnam needs more than $600 billion in infrastructure investment through 2040, with a projected funding gap of over $100 billion. To close it, credit enhancement is not just nice to have, it's essential to have. It's a must, I would say. It is the tool that enables issuers to access long-term financing, and it is a bridge that brings various classes of investors into the market who would otherwise not have access to infrastructure transactions in the country. As part of PIDG, GuarantCo is proud to have served as a pioneer in Vietnam's credit guarantee market. As most of you may be aware, I'm quite modest in terms of self-publicity and for PIDG, but I would still go on and talk about some of the transactions and measure, through which we have created measurable, tangible impact in the market. Aqua One, which is to date the longest tenor project bond ever issued in Vietnam, 20 years. IDI Sao Mai, the first ever green bond in aquaculture in Asia. EVN Finance, the first ever local currency partially guaranteed green bond issued in Vietnam. So these are just some of them. In fact, our first partners from our first transaction, Nam Long, which recently matured, are also in the room. So thank you everyone for all your support, because it's the clients who create impact. We are just enablers. Thank you very much to all our clients, investors, some of who are in the room, and all our partners. Thank you once again. I'm not done yet. Each of these transactions have not only mobilized private investment, but also demonstrated models that others in the market can follow. Alongside all our distinguished guests later this morning, my colleague Jonathan Neo will share case studies of transactions that have helped catalyze Vietnam's market. You will also hear from my colleague Roland Janssens of 91, representing Emerging Africa and Asia Infrastructure Fund, PIDG's debt solution, who will bring an investor perspective shaped by our mandate to expand debt and credit markets. Together, these perspectives show the demonstration effect, providing what is possible, building investor confidence, and pushing the frontier of sustainable infrastructure finance in Vietnam. Today's program also reflects the momentum with voices from policymakers, issuers, investors, and rating agencies, including our esteemed colleagues at VIS Ratings and Moody's, on how credit enhancements are shaping the market. What we hope comes out of this event is not just an appreciation of what has been achieved so far, but a sense of urgency and possibility about what more could be done. This is why PIDG and GuarantCo are here, not only to provide guarantees, but also to be long-term partners in building this market. We are committed to continuing to work with all of you to ensure that Vietnam's credit enhancement journey continues to accelerate, and that the benefits are felt widely across economy and the society. So as we open today's discussions, I invite you to think not only about the deals that have already been done, but about the deals that are yet to come in the market. The pipelines that we can together unlock with all of you in this room, the investors that we can bring in, and the new model that we set in motion together. On that note, I would once again like to thank VIS and Moody's for their partnership in bringing all of us together. Thank you. And we look forward to a very dynamic exchange and to working with you to ensure that Vietnam continues to be a leader in innovative credit enhancement and sustainable infrastructure finance. Thank you. Come on.